What's up, Archons? Welcome to day 2 of the Boulevard Paper Fight KeyForge Advent. What have we got in store today? Let's get right into it. Oh, this is not a mass mutation deck. It is Comrade Money Lechner. Money. Alright, so we got Star Alliance, Logos, Untamed. Okay. That means this is probably a Worlds Collide deck. Kind of stoked, actually. I've been thinking about Worlds Collide lately. Maybe my favorite set out of all of them. Maybe. I do love the Star Alliance and Worlds Collide. It is one of my favorite things about Worlds Collide. So let's see what we got here. Comrade Money Lechner. And once I go through the cards, I will put up the icons like I did yesterday. Thanks to everyone who tuned into the stream yesterday to see the premiere deck from the Advent Calendar. It was great. It was a lot of fun. Starting off with a Babbling Bibliophile, Cutthroat Research, Info Exchange ×2, Sanitation Engineer, Thorium Plasmate, Jargoggle, Jar Jar Binks ×2, Positron Bolt ×2, interesting. Remote Access, Comm Officer Kirby, yes, 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 love it. Commander Chan, First Officer Frayne, Light of the Archons, Science Officer Kincan, Stealth Mode, alright, yes, Stealth Mode ×2, Information Officer Gray, ×2. Oh, what? Uncharted Lands. And now on to Untamed with a Molfin. Song of the Wild. Triple Song of the Wild. Oh, that could be awkward, but maybe amazing because of the Star Alliance stuff. Unnatural Selection. ×2. What? Camouflage. Flaxia. Pampaka Anga. Jaga, and Eldest Bear. Kind of had a feeling that's what it was going to be. Oh, talk about multiples, right? Damn, that's pretty wild. Okay, so I'm just going to do a creature count just to see, because I kind of need a raw and creature count right off the get-go just to understand. I didn't do that yesterday, and I probably should have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Alright, 19 creatures. Ember Pips, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Still solid. Solid. Alright, so right off the top, like, hello, what about multiples in this? Double Unnatural Selection, which is good for dealing with boards. Triple Song of the Wild, which normally I would be like, this is hot garbage, except for the fact that double Molfin, double Gray, double Stealth, triple Kirby, loving that, double Positron, double Jargoogle, double Sani Engineer, double Information Exchange. Like, that's kind of wild, the consistency that can come from things in here. I'm really liking the Song of the Wilds with the Kirby's. I think are pretty cool. Unfortunately, you're not getting it off the first one unless you played a Kirby, and then in which case you could maybe really spiral into some cool Song of the Wilds. I'm actually really liking the what is this? You may reveal a Star Alliance card from your hand if you do archive it. Yeah, so I'm liking the Grays with the, where are they at? With the Song of the Wilds, as well as Jargoggle, because I can either use it to make it work on my turn and fight into Jargoggle, get that into play and start rolling, or I can basically, if my opponent decides to take it out, it goes into my archive and then I have it for when it's super useful for me. So like, what? This deck is badass. Like, I'm super stoked to jam this deck. Loving the Eldest Bear in this. Again, I love the Pampakas in here, especially the Jaga. The Anga. I'm definitely my favorite of the Pampakas. And I like it simply because things like my Molfins are going to come into play. my grays, which I think are going to be really, really helpful in this deck with archiving things like the stealth modes, the double stealth mode. Like, please stop. We got Light of the Archons to protect some things. Getting the Kirby's bigger is great. And, oh man, I don't even know how to, like, I'm super jazzed for this deck. Like, this deck is money. The name is not lying to us. Now, what else we got in here that's super tight? Camouflage is whatever. The Flaxia I'm liking for a little burst. Yeah, the Uncharted Lands. I just realized the burst potential. You get the Uncharted Lands, get a Kirby to pop a Song of the Wild, start reaping, get your Grays to put some other stuff for another turn. Like, oh, this is going to be wild. I cannot wait to play this deck. I could see this deck having a very high rating. It looks like it's going to be consistent AF. The Babble is nice. Cutthroat. The only thing I'm seeing with this deck is that the Ember control just on first blush, like I haven't really mapped it out, but the Ember control is going to be lacking. But I don't think you really want to worry about that. Like, this deck is looking like you just go, 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 and you just get there fast. And I can see that happening. Like, there is some cycle potential here. The Jargoggles are going to get cards out of your hand. The Grays are going to get cards out of your hand. The Kirby's are going to let you play some of those other actions. Well, let's just see the non. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 13 cards out of the deck. So basically almost like a third of the deck basically is going to be not Star Alliance action cards, or creatures, sorry. Not Star Alliance, not creatures, which allows Kirby's to play them. And there's 3 Kirby's. That's just going gangbuster. I like this deck a lot. I think this one's going to be a lot of fun to play. I'm not sure how well it'll rate. I know it's going to have a little bit light Ember control, but I think you have to focus on the fact that you are going to be on the offensive with this deck and making your opponent go, holy crap, I need to respond to this. That is how this deck is going to play. Super jazzed for it. This is day 2, Comrade Money Lechner. And as always, everyone, may your Ember never be stolen and your keys forged promptly. Have a good one.